Hi world, welcome to this video. This is Tina from TinaHeals.com, and today I'm speaking about Sun Moon Ascendant combination videos, okay? Sun Moon Ascendant combinations. I'm creating the series. So essentially, if you have your Ascendant in Aries, if you have your moon in Aries, and if you have your sun in Gemini, then welcome to my YouTube channel, for this is your video. I wanna say that this is a very dry type of energy. Aries by itself can be very dry. It's cardinal, it's fire, it's the first sign of the zodiac. It's a sign when the soul wants to start. It's a sign where the soul wants to initiate new things, start new adventures, so to say. It's a very powerful sign. Definitely it is a first ray sign in esoteric astrology, ruled by Mars in exoteric and by Mercury in esoteric astrology, Aries. So eventually the higher purpose of Aries is about understanding the higher mind, because Aries is about the plane of the mind, okay? Now, very impulsive. Gemini can be very impulsive. So definitely very temperamental, very swift, very fast, and a very fast metabolism with Aries and Gemini, you know, happening together in a combination. Then you may also lack empathy. You may lack the ability to complete something. So let's understand the ascendant sign. What is the ascendant sign? The ascendant degree, okay, the rising sign and the ascendant degree. So the ascendant degree is the degree of zodiac rising on the eastern horizon at the moment of your birth. And the rising sign is, of course, a particular sign that we are speaking of. This is the first house of the zodiac. This is about the self. This is about how you look, your appearance, and how the world perceives you. Okay, when you walk into a room, it's usually your ascendant sign that people tend to concentrate on. So that's the ascendant. Okay, it's very important. So as having an Aries ascendant, you are fiery. You can't concentrate, restless. Aries moon as well, very restless. Probably the most so of the zodiac, of all the moon signs, okay? Very masculine energy again, because all three major aspects, major energy signatures are in masculine signs, okay? The way you dress will, the way you walk will turn heads, because Aries, walks like a boss, a very look at me, look at who I am. A Gemini is more, quirky, more funny, more, about communication. So your ascendant Aries and your moon sign is Aries. Moon is about your mother, about nurturance, how you nurture, how you were nurtured, your family, your foundations, your everyday habit patterns, what you think, how you connect with people. Aries moon is not always about connection, okay? It's about exploration of new experiences and uh, understanding emerging paradigms of thought, maybe, but it's not about emotional one-on-one. It's not about really getting nitty-gritty or soaking yourself in emotions. And with the Gemini sun, no way, because sun is your father. It's your external projection of your key. It's how you want to be perceived. So the Gemini, remember, is a very dualistic sign, and it is an air sign, again masculine, mutable energy, so full of flux and change. So your life is going to be full of flux and change. You may definitely be stressed out, because remember, You have Virgo on the sixth house, so this is about, having anxiety disorders or some kind of extreme mental issues. Okay, now Aries, as I said, Aries ascendant, ascendant is all about how you look, so you're going to be concentrating on the head. Hard aspects to your ascendant lord or ascendant will see you lose hair. Anyway, a lot of Aries ascendant people generally like to keep a short bob or sometimes even shave it off. Okay, they like that Vin Diesel look, right? So that's all right. Oftentimes, their skin is ruddy. Okay, or they may just like a lot of ruddy, a lot of red makeup or contouring, a lot of like they like to wear the color red, okay, because it's Mars's color after all. It's Mars's sign, right? The most masculine sign of the zodiac. So moon obviously is not comfortable here. It's your emotions, not really comfortable. And Gemini sun, you can't even express what you're feeling because you just think so much. Everything with Gemini happens in the head, and Gemini, if you see the two twins, okay, so your ambition, your goal, it deals with communication. So it can be like you want to communicate your ideas, you start new things, but remember, completion, and truly understanding the karma of so much flux and change, I think. Okay, narrow noses, definitely. Prominent eyes with Aries ascendant, narrow chins, and very piercing look. Okay, and you generally tend to have a mad expression about you. It's you may not be mad, but you just look mad. Okay, so that's something you've got to work on if you think that's alienating people. You may come across as someone with very less empathy, or compassion, because Aries is not known for compassion. It's known to be swift, impulsive, tempestuous, temperamental. It's not known to be compassionate. And Gemini is definitely, if they stay in one place long enough, then they may even understand compassion. But Gemini is always on the move. Okay, and they get so caught up in polarities and duality, and the fight between the higher self and the lower self is very prominent with the Gemini sun. Okay, so you may have a very dualistic relationship with your father. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not great, or maybe he doesn't support what you want to do. Okay, but remember, Aries ascendant people are very expansive because their ninth house is ruled by Jupiter. So they're very, definitely very expansive people, and take care of your ears, your eyes, your teeth, your nose, anything to do with the head. Aries rules the head. So be mindful of that, okay? And other than that, as long as you can control your mental anxiety, your worry, and really understand the Aries challenge, the moon sign becomes a huge challenge later on in life. That's what we learn through the works of Rudolf Steiner or theosophy. Any kind of esoteric study on astrology tells us that the moon sign becomes a problem. So working through Aries, Aries moon is not an easy karma. So that's something you've got to understand. Compassion, acknowledging feelings, acknowledging where you stand, acknowledging the need to complete and completing, taking care of cycles. Okay, because when you just start something and you leave it unfinished, your soul has to get back to it at some point or the other, in some incarnation or the other. So with Aries moon, don't raise those eyebrows all the time. Look at life with more grounding, I would say. Grounding is a must for you. Aries ascendant, Aries moon, and Gemini sun. Now with anybody, with anything, I have my MC is Gemini, so communication is one of the things I do for a living. So Gemini, your sun, Gemini sun, wants to communicate to the whole world, and has ambitions related to communication. A lot of Geminis are high level politicians. Okay, Gemini sons, a lot of them are policy makers, anything to do with the thought. An interesting connection here is Aries in esoteric parlance is ruled by Mercury, and Gemini exoterically or in traditional astrology is ruled by Mercury. So Gemini is about the lower plane of the mind, and Aries in the esoteric sense is all about the higher plane of the mind. So having your ascendant and your moon in Aries and your sun in Gemini, you have to understand the processes of the mind and the monkey brain, as they call it. You have to silence that monkey brain. You may get restless, you may get impatient, you may worry and stress out, but you definitely have a lot of energy, because your Aries ascendant gives you tremendous energy. Aries moon gives you so much energy that you just don't burn out. Even Gemini, okay, they have very, very high levels of energy. So balance that. Find a way to do sports, okay, or join the debating team, or do something that you feel is worthwhile, whatever is whatever sticks out to you. Or remember, your ruler Mars, your ascendant ruler, rules your 8th house also, Scorpio. So there could be like issues with sexuality if you're not balanced. Okay, so especially any hard aspects, and there you can have either too much or too little, a kind of addiction, or kind of just moving on pointlessly from person to person, and really exchanging energy when there is no need to, and depleting yourself. So don't deplete yourself in the process. Okay, that's all I want to tell you. So that was a bit about Aries ascendant, Aries moon, and Gemini sun. I hope you like this video. Subscribe, like, comment. Let me know what you think. Visit my website www.tinahills.com. Thank you.